He's just getting better, more comfortable with the offense, and I just want him. I mean, in the end, I just want those guys to be themselves, to go out there, feel comfortable, relax in the offense, show that they're, that they feel comfortable in it, and manage the game, and that means just making people around you better, just with cadence, getting them lined up, and keeping us on the field.
How much will you give them?
What's that?
How much will you give them?
Again, it's preseason. It's preseason one. You got a lot of young players out there, so you got to keep it pretty vanilla. And in the end, they're seeing an entirely different defensive scheme, which is a huge challenge for a lot of these guys because it's going to be completely foreign to what they're seeing out here every day.
Why is it better for you to be in the box rather than on the field?
I think it's personal preference for everybody, but personally, I think since they've allowed the coaches to talk to the quarterback upstairs, I think that it makes more sense, especially when you have a veteran quarterback. But just to go upstairs where you're in the calm and quiet, you can think things out. You can. It's just a little less hectic. As long as you feel good with the people communicating on the field, you have a strong line coach, and you have a strong quarterback coach you believe in that speaks for you, your language, and you have a veteran quarterback especially. I think it's a lot easier up there.
After the game, how will you evaluate Beta as a play caller?
That's a good one. Points. In the end, play calling is. I know everyone says it's the first time in the NFL, and yes, the NFL is the biggest stage and all that. But I've called a lot of plays, in college football when you're calling this type of system, it's not as easy because you can't communicate with the quarterback. So in a lot of ways, the communication process is much smoother in the NFL. But in the end, it's the best defensive coordinators in the league, and got to be on it. And I got to do my job to help guys be in a position to be successful.
How have you seen your offense grow? It looked like it started off slow the first 3-4 days, and the last 3 or 4 days it looks like it's gotten a lot better. Are you pleased with the direction that the offense is heading?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in the end, our job is to be at our best come September, when we start the season. Right now, it's not even August 1st. And I know when you're watching it, things are going to look a certain way offensively and defensively, and rightfully so, to say the offense was, struggled or whatever early on. I understand all that from the outside. For us, it's about measuring, we're putting in different schemes and things that don't necessarily fit what we're seeing, and we have to teach the quarterback, the players, and you have to install things, so it's not always going to be smooth, and vice versa. I think Vic would say the same thing. He's going to have days where we're putting things in that attack what he does, and he's just teaching his schemes and stuff too. So I think it's give and take, but more. I think offensively, just we got to gel. We're coming together. We're by far not there. We still have a ways to go, but I feel the confidence. I think Joe settled in a little bit, and just having some time, and guys getting their legs under them and competing, and I think there's some confidence growing, but we're a long ways away.
Has Joe told you what he likes? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think that's part of the process is every quarterback's different, how they want it said, what they want to hear. Some guys want no information, some guys want a lot of information, and Joe and I have been working through our process in practice, and that's just part of getting a feel for each other. But Joe's been very easy with that stuff. He's got a way he likes it. It's not putting a burden on me, and it's what I would expect from a veteran quarterback. What's that? I'm sorry.
Going up in the stadium practice?
Yeah, that helps. I mean, we do it every day when we're out here, but if something's wrong, I can yell in the huddle or get a player lined up. I think just for the coaches and us getting out there, it does help the whole process. But, in the end, until it's a game and the offense is up and then the defense is up, that's when it'll be more realistic and we'll kind of have a better feel for the whole operation. And that's what preseason's all about.
With Brendan Langley is making the switch to receiver, what kind of progress has he made since OTAs and even since the start of the game?
Yeah, Brendan's a guy that's he's got a trait. He's fast. He can run and speed's important in the offense. So we're just trying to incorporate that with his skill set and let him get it. Again, we're trying to put guys, let him do what they do best and try and help him show what he can do and help the offense. And I think he's done a great job of that. He works his butt off. I know Coach Azzani just every day. yeah, he's one of those guys that stays late, works at it. It's important to him in every way, and he's doing everything he can.
Early in camp, Vic compared Drew Lock, kind of a thrower versus a pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the talent's there, but you got to become a pitcher.
Yeah.
What do you work with Drew? You look at the big picture of a month to develop in camp rather than go out and make a splash play in a preseason game. How does that work with a young guy?
Yeah, I mean, I think every guy's a little different, and every situation's a little different. I think, this, like I mentioned it briefly, but it's just, the Seattle style of defense, the Atlanta Falcons, which it originates from, is completely different than we practice against, and it will feel very foreign to those young guys, and it will not be an easy transition. You can't explain it, and we're not game planning them, preparing them for that stuff. So, he has to understand that, and that'll be a process for him. That's part of this journey, because you're going to see that from the LA Chargers and different teams during the year. So it's great that we get a different style of play, but it'll be also a challenge for him and all those guys to do something different than they faced and go out there and be efficient. But yeah, it's a journey. It's not. You're going to do what you're going to do. Once you're on the field, you go play the game. But in the end, you have to. It takes time to mature as a quarterback in the NFL. It's just there's no shortcuts.
Philip Lindsay said he worked on his route running a lot in the offseason, even with some of the receivers on this team. Where do you kind of see his progress as being a guy who's sharp in that area?
It's just great. He's healthy. He's fresh. He looks great, and he's just an outstanding player. And I said it before. I just feel like he's one of those different types of guys in this league that provides a unique skill set that can match up. He's got receiver type skills, runner type skills. He's competitive. He's tough. All the things you want, and he can flat out run. So you want to take advantage of all those and skills, and he's doing a great job so far.
We've seen a lack of consistency with snapping the football on target on a regular basis. We saw it last year at the tail end of the season when Connor was in there. It seems rudimentary, but is that something that you're prioritizing right now or talking to Connor about?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that you're always dealing with. It's not, it's a little more common than people realize in the NFL. It's something that's popped up a couple times in my career. Mike's experienced it. It's something you work through. Connor's done a great job. He has run the ship. He has been very good at managing the offense and learning it and being a leader in the huddle. He's playing at a very high level. And, it's just one of those things that we have to work through the process. You can't take anything for granted in the league, and it's a little thing, but it can be a big thing. But we got a lot of time to get from now to then, and we're working hard on it. Those guys are working hard on it, and I know we'll be successful.
It says that Garrett Bowles has had an outstanding camp. In what ways have you seen improvement compared to, let's say, when you first started looking at him from film last year?
I think a couple things have factored in. I think one, he's a really good scheme fit. His athleticism helps in the run game, and then I think two, Mike Munchak is he's a great teacher, great mentor. He has every guy he understands is different. Probably one of the things that Vic prides most as his coaching staff is guys who are natural teachers, creative, find ways to make guys better. And I think that's what Mike's done with him, and I think it's helped him, gave him confidence. And I think he's playing very, very well.
Coach, what type of player does Nick Williams remind you of?
Nick is he's just, there's a lot of offenses where you respect guys that are smart, crafty, get open, slot type players. And, Nick had a real rapport with Matt Ryan, and he was a guy that I know Kyle and he had been with him in Washington and brought to Atlanta. He knows the offense. And then, of course, we've had some guys nicked up, and he's experienced, and he can go out there and compete with the best of them. And he's played in this league, and it's nice to have that around.
What was your major takeaway from that one for football?
Positivity. The one thing about Dan is he's just one of those people that he exudes positive energy and really wants it from his staff, his players, and no matter how dark things get in the league or things go negative, it's all about staying together and just keeping your chin up and coming to work and having the right attitude. And I really valued that a lot. That was an important thing to him, and it's something that I, have taken from him, and I've always believed that myself, and I was grateful to be around that.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Yeah.